Hey guys, so I'm making this video to explain Matthew 25 verse 31 to 46, the parable of the sheep and goats. So many false prophets like to take this parable out of context to preach work salvation. Let's dive in. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye, blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we and hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto me, I have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was an hungry, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when we saw thee an hungered, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee. So notice that part, guys. The goats still did these things. Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of thee, ye did not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. Now, the thing we have to realize is that the sheep, God's children, people who have believed in Jesus Christ, can only be rewarded for their good works, because the sheep are connected to the vine. And think about it like this: you can't do any good unless you're connected to the vine. Goats aren't connected to the vine, so their good works are corrupt, their good works are evil. The sheep can only be rewarded for their good works, but the goats can only be punished for their good works. So notice how the sheep didn't know they did these things, because the sheep weren't focused on these things. The sheep weren't trusting in the good works that they did to get them to heaven. That's why they weren't focused on them. But the goats were focused on their good works to get them to heaven. They were trusting in their good works to get them to heaven. That's why they were focused on their good works. But the sheep weren't focused on their good works to get them to heaven. They didn't trust in their good works to get them to heaven. And notice how the goats also did these things. It says, and did not minister unto thee. So the goats were saying to Jesus, O Lord, did we not do these things? So the goats did these things too. But since they didn't believe, they weren't connected to the vine, and to do good, you have to be connected to the vine. And here's another thing. And notice how Jesus told the goats to depart from him, just like the people in Matthew 7, verse 23. So This tells us that the goats were trusting in their works to get to heaven, and they were not trusting in Jesus. For those who want to know the true gospel is to trust Jesus, believe on Him. Ephesians 2 verse 8 to 9. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. Notice how it says not of ourselves, not of works. Salvation is of grace, and it's not of works. John 6 verse 47. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life. So believe in Jesus to be saved, guys. Trust in Him alone, and God bless.